Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. I'm not really sure if it is me who watches too many Colombian movies or South Africa is going through a movie. Well, the Madlanga Commission has just unearthed what many never thought would come out to life, because the testimonies that we are hearing are really shocking and exposing a lot of people. I mean, if you go back to the previous commission, we don't even have to go that far. Let us go back to the Zondo Commission. What we saw during the Zondo Commission is nothing compared to what we are seeing here, because the witnesses that are coming forward are dishing out the evidence. They're coming out with evidence and making sure that the people who were behind all this nonsense are put to shame. Unlike Zondo Commission, which was just a Comedy Central, this one is a serious commission. But I just want you to look at the comparison. For example, let us look at the video of Mr. Nzeku from the Zondo Commission to look at how unserious that commission was.
When Dalikolo was getting the money, I told him, I said, please don't forget me. You must also give me something.
Yes.
Which is, he just disappeared.
Yes.
So now, how can I be a mastermind of something which is I'm not getting anything?
Yeah, you did get something. You got 2.5 million rand, Mr. Nzeku. No. Would you like me to take you to the bank statements that show you got 2.5 million rand?
Yes, please.
Out of the 28.5 million rand that Swissport paid you?
Pay me for this deal?
Yes. Right.
Did they pay me on the issue of Dalikolo, or it was separate?
Mr. Nzeku, I'll take you there in a moment. But I understand your evidence to be, you did have a conversation with Mr. Peter in which you said you'd like to get a cut of the deal, correct?
No. When I paid him, I said, please don't forget me. I told him it was the truth. He was paid, and I gave him the money. I said, please, Mshagasi, please remember me. And he disappeared.
Which meant that you wanted a part of that money.
That's it, true, because I didn't understand why I must give him the money and
you
then
get nothing.
Me, I'm just a carrier chair.
Yeah.
Now you take that Comedy Central from the Zondo Commission and you compare it with the current one, you'd really understand that now we are dealing with serious matters. For example, yesterday, within 24 hours, this is happening within 24 hours, we have a former minister who was now the SA ambassador to France dying in a mysterious way. Reports coming and saying, well, it looks like it might have been a suicide. Nothing confirmed yet, but they're saying that the man fell from the 22nd floor of that hotel. Now, he fell down and died. And the motive, they're trying to put things together, puzzle it up and say that it could have been a suicide because there were messages sent to the wife. Less than 24 hours, a very important witness in Mr. Dumisani Khumalo, who was busy dishing out evidence after evidence, connecting the dots between Dlamini, who's by the way Ket Matlala, and this guy Bran Mokhodzi, who just likes money and was too corrupt. He's coming out with links to Begikele, to Senzo Mchunu. Today was the third day, expecting this guy to really finalize the connection. I mean, he says that some of the evidence will have to be done without cameras, which shows you that this is secret intelligence, which if it comes out and the public knows about it, they might go berserk, because if the public knows about the shenanigans that are happening in closed doors, they are really going to come after those who we call the politicians. Now, we have less than 24 hours. That special witness, Mr. Dumisani Khumalo, suddenly he comes to the commission on Wednesday. He's supposed to come and testify, and the man cannot because he's sick. I just want you to listen to this update from the spokesperson of the Madlanga Commission.
The hearing was scheduled to start at 9:30. There is nothing out of the ordinary except that General Khumalo is not feeling well. And of course, Justice Madlanga took the decision to adjourn for the day instead.
Okay. Jeremy, take us through the in-camera process. Has Mr. Khumalo applied for that process?
Well, we're not going to talk about that at the moment. For now, we are in this phase of the hearings, in phase one, where Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi's testimony under oath is being substantiated by a number.
African Police Service also came forward by saying that National Police Commissioner General Fani Masemola wishes to inform the public that the Division Commissioner for Crime Intelligence, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, is receiving the best medical care after feeling unwell this morning. Well, I don't want to be the bearer of too many theories, but it doesn't make sense. The man was just so well yesterday and suddenly he comes to the commission. I mean, if he was feeling unwell during the night, he would have called and said, I can't make it. But he makes his way to the commission and just before they start, he doesn't feel well. I've said when I started that maybe I watched too many Colombian movies because the drug cartels in those movies, they are going to make sure that if you have some valuable information against them, you're going to be eliminated before you come forward with that information. People are dying from 22nd stories of buildings. Others can't make it to court. Call me bearer of fake news or whatever, but the truth remains. Something is happening in this country. And I wouldn't be surprised if they link it to the top. If they go as far as near the president in terms of this one influenced this one infiltrated this, so that the crime can happen or the corruption can happen. It cannot be that the comrades, I mean, most of them have passed on. It cannot be that these guys went to Robben Island, they were killed, they were tortured, they were put in cells in Robben Island, the coldest prisons there. It cannot be that those things were done to them only for them to enrich themselves and come up with shocking things like this. SARS is coming after us left, right and center. But on the other hand, we have comrades that have bags full of money. They have too much money. And we must not really go far in terms of who did what. We have a sitting president who was accused of hiding dollars under the mattress. So if you have the biggest of the biggest hiding so much money, what about the small ones? The small fishes would be so corrupt compared to the biggest, because the biggest probably has access to many things. It doesn't want to do a lot, but the small ones are very corrupt. I am saying it again. We are going to finish the Madlanga Commission, but by the time we finish, we are probably going to have more than 3 people dying mysteriously. Because who are you to want to expose me when you know for sure that I enjoyed that money and the fellow comrades have also enjoyed it? So who are you to expose me? They are probably afraid of General Mkhwanazi because the general is a very, very serious man. He comes wearing a bulletproof to the commission. He's well protected, and wherever he goes, he's well protected, and he's a seasoned policeman. You don't play with those people. And the rest of them who probably don't know how to use a gun unless they are going to the shooting range, which they are just going for fun, they are going to be in trouble. We are witnessing a movie and it has just started. We are just reading the credits at the start of the movie. When the movie ends, too many people are going to die.